mash up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. Skrillex ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday.
Mash up the place.
And make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. Skrillex ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. Turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. Skrillex ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. And make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We mash up the place, turn up the turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun.
What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. Got some dubstep in the background playing. Absolutely motivating day. I feel absolutely fucking fantastic today. It was a good one. Today was a good day. I cannot complain. I woke up feeling a little bit of gratitude. Nice, somewhat clean oxygen going through my lungs. Another beautiful day of life. Another beautiful day of existence. And another beautiful day to jump on these signals. Again, I don't come on here to brag, ladies and gents. I don't come on here to brag. I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't do it for a reason. But I still gotta mention every now and again. Boy, oh boy, when them signals come through. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody is happy and well. Please excuse my extremely motivated, happy rant that I just went on right there. Thanks for coming through if you are dropping through tonight to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel again, where we come at you live every day or almost every day with that realistic, nasty-ass technical analysis, identifying low-risk, high-reward trade setups on any given specific day, time frame, or hour, or day, or month, or year, every day. We have plenty to talk about, but I do want to bring it up to everybody's attention. We have 369 members in the Blackfire Technical Analysis Facebook community. Thank you. We did have a little bit of a spike up recently with the Facebook platform, up to 123 on YouTube. Things are starting to smooth out a little bit. I'm pretty excited. I'm thinking about jumping back into some of that old stuff that I was into with the Blackfire community. It has been quite some time. I've had time to be a mopey-dopey, lingoing sack of shit for the past month and a half, whatever the fuck you may call it, but I'm feeling pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty excited about life right now. I'm pretty excited. I have a great job. I have a great family. I have a great wife. I have a great community. I have a great mindset, and I have a great skill that I can exercise on every single day of my life to profit like a goddamn beast in a very consistent manner. My confidence is through the roof. We're going to go ahead and put these chill vibes on real quick. Hopefully they aren't too loud. I have noticed some comments about the music being a little bit too loud. I can't do anything about the music just because I want it present, but the difference between my voice and the music coming through your speakers has to be present. So it is definitely chilled out on the music today. Without further ado, again, thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. We do have plenty to talk about. Some of those signals that I identified in yesterday's stream have most certainly played through. And again, I do have to mention, even if price action broke to the upside and saw a continuation to the upside, I would come on this motherfucking stream even just as excited. Because I plan for multiple scenarios. I plan for it. It all goes up here. I don't even need to plan on paper anymore. It all goes up here. I know when to enter. I know when to take profit. I know when to exit. I know when to open up short positions. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are looking at potential exit signals and entry signals all in one fucking candle. We're going to go ahead and take a look at NASDAQ right here. Man, follow through, new lows, rejecting the 15,000, we'll just call it 15,000-ish resistance, but more importantly, confirming this diagonal trend line to the downside as tentative resistance here. I know there's going to be arguments about the shorter term time frame perspectives. I don't care about that. This is not what we do here on my platform. We trade the daily time frame and we reference the 4-hour and the weekly charts if need be, if relevant to the scope of the analysis. But for right now, the daily is all I fucking need. Fresh continuation, closing below support, not only support, but it's corresponding 21 exponential. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The 21 exponential has breached on NASDAQ again, confirming a very, very significant, fuck, I can't even talk. I'm so excited. Significant diagonal trend line of resistance. Fuck! God damn! Chill the fuck out, Brian. Fuck! Excuse me. Rejecting the diagonal trend line of a new tentative resistance here. Price action did do so, and we saw follow through below the 21 exponential. Now, again, multiple scenarios. I'm going to give you my bias. I'm still going to apply the legitimate technicals behind that, but I have a lot of weights suggesting that price action sees continuation to the downside to identify and tell you guys about today. We're going to go over a couple of signals. Obviously, we have the very first one to the downside here, breaching the 21 exponential. And, when I look at a breach, I look at the slope here, and this was most certainly violently positive yesterday, and now we are looking at a tentatively negative slope. Now, it's not the most aggressive negative slope in the entire universe, I will admit that, but we'll get to that other case scenario after we talk about my bearish biased perspective here. Breaching through the 21 exponential, looking at a potentially very convincing secondary candle closure below the 21 exponential here, and if that condition is met, if we do see today and today only close below the 21 exponential here on NASDAQ, I'm going to be looking for continuation. I would be looking for tentative support right here at 14,250 to potentially breach. I would look for a pull into that, maybe even a little lower, all the way towards this region here at 13,952. 950. Dyslexia is fun. I would look for tentative continuation towards that region. And again, likely further, right? If this does play out, ladies and gentlemen, again, from the macro perspective, if this does play out as a swing high, a bearish confirmation signal, a lower high on the weekly time frame, which, oh my good gracious goodness me, we have a lower high. Active, right? Not confirmed on the weekly time frame, but active on the weekly time frame. RSI is not confirming, but signaling a high call. Again, on the weekly RSI, looking like tentative rejection of the 50 read here and breaking back through the exponential, which was really not so convincing to begin with here. Again, on the weekly time frame. And again, that diagonal trend line of tentative doom and gloom or resistance, aka, is also proving very, very, very useful here. Multiple touch points, 1, 2, 3, 4 so far, acting as tentative resistance up here. And again, seeing the 21 barely hold as tentative support here. Reversal style candlestick formation on the weekly time frame with that reversed hammer. And now we're seeing follow through continuation on this weekly open. Again, signifying a potential lower high on the weekly chart. If this does confirm, I'm going to be looking, again, longer term, I'm going to be looking for lower lows. I'm going to be looking for this to start opening up and playing as a fucking bear market, ladies and gentlemen. Something we have been talking about for quite some time, and we have not seen a legitimate bear market in this structure in quite some time. Again, we've seen breakdowns on the weekly time frame, right? Breakdowns, 24-hour daily time frame downtrends, but long-term scenario, the bull market has remained. Boom, again, we have this structure confirmed on the weekly time frame. These are significantly higher lows in comparison with the previously structured lows all the way throughout this formation. Again, we've had scares of bear markets here, but this one looks a little bit different structurally. This one does not look like it wants to continue that infinite movement to the upside, because again, we just see breakdowns followed by structurally confirmed higher lows throughout the entire formation. Again, quick breakdowns or very, very, very slight downtrends here in the formation. And now we're looking at something a little bit different here. Significantly lower lows on the weekly time frame, breaching 1, 2, weekly lows, which are significant on this chart here, and now looking at a tentative ceiling of resistance, forcing the trend to the downside. Weak looking momentum oscillators on the weekly time frame. Stochastics, again, not so weak, but it is bent over a little bit, still positive, but it's seeing pressure at the top side of the bearish control zone here. So the bearish implications are very, very, very much present here within this chart. Again, I could be wrong. I am throwing out a little bit of my hopium, a little bit of my bias, because again, I want to enter this market at a low point of a legitimate bear market, a long-term, multi-year bear market. I want that to occur. Yes, I know economically people, oh, things are gonna suck, things are gonna... Manage your fucking money and things won't suck. I'm just excited. I want the market to turn. I want to see a significant amount of time where price action isn't just fucking flooring it at max fucking speed, at Mach fucking Jesus, to the goddamn moon all the time. I want to see this market get beat up for fucking once. Like, I want to be present. I want to be able to observe and document the data and record the technicals and write notes and update my journal about a market that is actively fluid to the downside. I really fucking hope this plays out. Again, I don't trade based off of hopium. I'm going to trade as the market presents the opportunities for me. But this is likely a very big opportunity staring us right in the face, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean a big, big, big opportunity. We're going to go back to the daily time frame here, and I'm going to talk about the opportunity that's present if this does confirm and stay below the 21 for a significant amount of time, just like the last movement to the downside did here. Again, barely breaching above it, never confirming above it, right? We gotta basically look at this as rejection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so many times below the 21. If we get a structurally confirmed lower high below the last previous structural all-time high, that's going to signify a downtrending market. I'm not going to be looking for bullish momentum, real bullish momentum. I will be looking for, obviously, ebbs and flows as the market does, but realistically, we have an entry signal right here, right now, to open up short positions to the downside, if so confirmed today. I'm looking for new lows, no matter what, if this does confirm. Now, obviously, when the weekly time frame closes, when the weekly candle closes, and if the weekly candle closes in reversal style with a lower high structurally confirmed, I'm going to be very floored and very excited to be talking about the momentum moving to the downside. That also means I'm going to have to update my momentum oscillators because they are currently staged in bullish mode. If we get long-term bearish confirmation, I'm going to be changing a couple of things around. We're going to be starting a lot of charts over here live on the YouTube channel, so I'm very excited for the possibilities of this market. I'm so fucking stoked tonight, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just rambling on. Let's get to some technicals here. Yes, if we do breach the 21 exponential, obviously we have our first target to the downside here at 14,230. I'd actually be looking for a little bit more of a pull to the next support level down, the next significant one down over time, somewhere around $13,500. And then from there, if we do see momentum oscillators cranking and rolling to the downside, we can obviously mitigate other lower targets and other take profit territories here. We're going to have to pull out the Fibonacci retracement levels, and we will most certainly do that if and when we do get confirmation. I would say by Friday we should know whether or not we have confirmation for long-term continuation to the downside, in my opinion here. Now, let's talk about the other possibility here. Yes, it is possible this could be a false breach. We've seen a few false breaches before in trading the 21 exponential here, but again, that's what trend identification and phase identification of a market cycle. That's why knowing those things are so important. We could have easily said, this is looking like it's starting to consolidate. We could easily identify potentially false moves below the 21. But again, if you're seeing a lot of false moves around the 21, it's likely a result of consolidation. This looks like to potentially be a really big move, ladies and gentlemen. So unless we start opening up consolidation, if I see more force in that 21 to the downside, if I see confirmation below the 50 read, if I see confirmation below the bullish control zone, I'm going to have every significant signal fired off to enter a short position. I'm going to have everything. These are signals Warning shots are being fired left and fucking right to the downside, and I'm looking to hop on that train. I'm looking to hop on that train and make some profits to the downside, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's right, opening short positions if we get confirmation today. Now, if we see a pop back above, and today, and we see the 21 exponential hold, or if we see some kind of higher low base off the $14,250 support level and bounce back up above this diagonally trending negative slope here, this resistance line here, then and only then will I be confident that my negative bias is incorrect. My downside analysis is not correct. And again, I have a plan for the opposite direction too. Again, I'm not as confident right now about the upside trajectory, obviously, because we just breached the 21 and we're potentially looking for confirmation below the 21 today in significant fashion. But again, anything can happen in this market, so you have to be prepared. Yes, I am prepared to take a potential trade if and when we do confirm the 21 as support, and if and when we do confirm it as resistance. I have a plan for both sides. Same thing with SPY futures, ladies and gentlemen. Here, looking at a fresh breach below the 21. And again, I know people are going to say, well, the slope of the 21's not that significant. It wasn't significant on the first breach. Right, follow through. If we get follow through below the 21 will start sloping much more negative. But again, I'm looking at the signals that are being fired off here. Potentially structural lower high. Potential structure lower high. I can't even talk today. Sorry about that, guys. On the RSI and price action, but a breach through the exponential as well, putting pressure on that 50 read, and the exponential slopes negatively currently as well. Again, the breach below the 21 with a potential to see an open and closure to confirm today and only today below the 21. If that condition is met on SPY futures, I will look for a similar price action movement to the downside, somewhere around 43.75 as the first potential target, and potentially also all the way down to 42.80 spot 50. Now, weekly time frame holds the same sentiment. This could easily prove to be a structural lower high. On the weekly time frame, momentum oscillator also looking weak. A little bit of a top call with bearish divergence flagged on the weekly RSI and weekly stochastics. Again, yes, while supporting the top side of the bearish control zone and seeing a reaction off of that, it is not the strongest reaction I've seen for as significant as a pump up that we saw in the last few weeks here with price action. This could very easily be a longer term bull trap for real. Trap people into their long positions, sell and take their money, right? That's what a trap is. Excuse me. I'm talking so much, like I got the driest mouth. But again, same sentiment for SPY futures here, ladies and gentlemen. Same sentiment. I'll be convinced otherwise if we don't close below the 21 today. If we do continue to utilize it as support, which means we need to see a closure at a bare minimum above 44.75, then we could potentially look for higher low structures. And yes, it is possible to look for higher low structures at the next support line. But again, the way momentum oscillators are pointing to the downside, especially coming out of bullish territory, I'm a little more convinced. I'm putting a little bit more weight on the downside momentum perspective than I am the possibility of seeing a higher low confirmed anywhere. So again, it is wait and see, but this is a good enough signal on all accounts to enter short positions. Again, from my perspective, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. This is just my speculative opinion and my speculative plan on the markets. But I would easily open trades below the 21 exponential today as soon as candles close and confirm I'm on SPY futures. Dixie, US dollar index. Woo! Confirming new tentative support. What does that mean? Let's go back, buddy. Let's go back and look for the next major target. I'd actually be looking for this point here. Yeah, I'd be looking for like $100.50 bucks here as the next potential target. Yeah, 100 spot 50 here is going to be my next major target to the upside for this price action. We're going to have to potentially go back in the past. Yeah, there we go. Boom, there's another one. Here's another one. Okay. Get some targets opened up to the upside. And you know what? I got those targets opened. Let's see if Fibonacci extensions apply here. Haven't done that in quite some time. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. You can't make this shit up, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this shit up. Now, obviously, no Fibonacci extensions line up with the first horizontal resistance, but it is significant enough. It does have a few touch points, so I am going to validate it. But look at this right here. The 1 spot 272 becomes the valid target currently from a Fibonacci perspective for the US dollar index right now. It was confirmed on the last candle closure, which was today, or aka yesterday, since it's technically 1 in the morning on the 7th. The candle that closed on the 6th has confirmed new tentative support, which leads me to believe that from a Fibonacci perspective, the 1 spot 272 is the next valid target, which is around $102 here. And you guys know what that spells for the rest of the market. Again, correlation coefficient. You compare the US dollar index to major indexes like NASDAQ, QQQ, SPY Futures, Dow Jones Industrial. You see in bull cycles for the US dollar index doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of the market's in a bull cycle. Typically, when we're seeing the US dollar index go boom, boom, boom to the upside, as well as government bonds collectively, which we don't look at, but same principle, we likely see the rest of the market going down, down, down. And vice versa. For example, on the last Bitcoin boom, boom, boom to the upside, we were in a US dollar index bear market here. And then we kind of evened out for a while, boom, 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 and now look. Double bottom, W formation, hits that double bottom support level, boom, it lifts off like a fucking rocket, and what happens to the rest of the market? It starts declining. You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. So this is validated, this is accurate. I am looking at decent momentum oscillators as well from a US dollar perspective. A little bit of weakness on the RSI, but it's been a little bit it's always choppy. Fucking RSI is always choppy for the US dollar index, but we are in bullish territory. We just breached the exponential. Could be seeing a little bit of a test of the exponential here to confirm support, but I'm going to be looking for price action to continue upwards. Stochastics here again, bouncing off the 50 read here, back into the bullish critical territory, confirming today. That is also another beautiful signal for continuation. And we just confirmed a higher low. I'm looking for liftoff on this one, ladies and gentlemen. The US dollar index looking real nice, real tidy, real spiffy here, going for the moon. The only thing that would convince me otherwise would not only be an open and closure below the 21 exponential, but follow through all the way to new lows below 97.85, at which point I'd be looking for the golden diagonal trend line of peace and prosperity here. First target could be anywhere between 96.5 and 97.30. Anywhere in this little boxed territory could be a valid first target. Again, if we do confirm below the 21 and follow through to new lows, then I would have to come back, reanalyze, look at momentum oscillators, look at price action again, and see what kind of possibilities lie after that. But for now, confirmation galore. Not only that, but we've been confirmed above the 21 since the 3rd of April. I'm looking for a continuation. I have no reason not to be confident in the sentiment that the US dollar index is going to continue, which again spells a little bit of disaster for the rest of the market. Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC. Very, very similar stipulation, fresh breach below the 21 exponential. I'll be looking for tomorrow's candle closure to also confirm below the 21 again. All the hype about AMC, I'm not going to get into it, but this could easily be a bull trap, just like the rest of the market could potentially easily be in a bull trap right now, and profits are being swiped off the table and confirming lower highs, yada, yada, yada. This could be the same sentiment here. Again, very, very, very well-defined ceiling of resistance from a diagonal perspective here. Again, just because we get a higher high above these non-critical highs here does not necessarily warrant confirmation of bullish reversal, right? We hit that ceiling of resistance, boom, hit a clean resistance, nice nasty sell-off to the downside from top to bottom. What is that? From a candle body. Yeah, 31% in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. 32% in 7 days. That's a very, very easy signal that this likely sees continuation. If we do open and close tomorrow below the 21 exponential, I'm going to be looking for blast off all the way down to $14.60. We do see RSI rejecting the bullish control zone. Boom, real quick poke in, real quick poke out, rejection. Now we see the exponential in a negative fashion. Yes, it is possible to see a diagonal trend line of support. Again, yes, same sentiment as NASDAQ, as SPY futures. We could see a diagonal trend line of support being tested, confirming a higher low anywhere right here, like 17.90. But if I see continuation below there, and if I see that 50 read break, if I see continuation from stochastics, which has already breached the 50 read, I'm going to be looking for continuation to potentially new lows over time. And again, from a weekly perspective, ladies and gentlemen, it's still not looking the hottest. Still no confirmation of reversal just yet. Looking at a potential lower high, or potentially even seeing weekly consolidation open up, but I'm not confident. Same thing. Unless we hold the 21 as support and breach the diagonal trend line of resistance, I'm not looking for targets to the upside. Hall of Fame Village, not looking good either. Confirmation below the 21 exponential. I'm looking for lower lows on this one as well. First target's going to be 91 cents. Second target's going to be at new lows, right around 76 cents. Anything lower than that, we're going to have to, again, go off of imaginary made-up bullshit below that region, as Fibonacci's don't work. Fibonacci's retracements don't work on this structure because we only have one swing high to go off of realistically. So, not looking good. Not looking good for the rest of the market all the way around. Bitcoin, going to be the last one for the night. Breached the 21 exponential. Same thing. Broken the 21 exponential. Negative slope on the 21 exponential. Looking to confirm today in about 18 hours, 53 minutes. Nice breach of the exponential here on the RSI. Pressure on the 50 read. If we see follow through below the 21, I'm going to be looking for the 50 read to break here. Stochastics very, very, very violently to the downside right now. Looking for a breach of the 50 read as well, which again, we have a lot of critical signals. We have a lot of pieces of evidence lining up here for entries on shorts, ladies and gentlemen. Again, not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, but I'm just retelling myself. We have a lot of signals opening up right now, and I'm fucking taking them. I am fucking taking them. I'm taking the first goddamn candle closure below every 21 on every possible asset that I'm trading as soon as it confirms today. So very, very excited to potentially look for profits, ladies and gentlemen. Looking excited to get this bag. Same thing. The only thing that'll confirm otherwise, that will convince me otherwise, would be breaking back above the 21 exponential like ASAP, confirming a higher low and seeing new highs above tentative resistance on Bitcoin, which is at 47,000. We'll call it 47.8. We'll actually just put it right here, 47,450. That's what we'll call it. Any open and closure above 47,450 will confirm and convince me that this likely is just a little bit of a move below the 21 before confirming a higher low, which again is possible. But the way the rest of the market is looking compared to the US dollar index, ladies and gentlemen, I have to be very honest. My bias is definitely to the downside. So that's going to wrap it up for the stream today, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming through. If you did come through, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. We are on a little bit of a goal here to try to get 1,000 members in both. That would be spectacular. And that's going to wrap it up. Again, thank you so much for being here. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe, y'all stay happy,